All right. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with Hillary. She kind of goes in and out, so hopefully she can hear us. Can you hear us?
I can hear you and I can see you fine. So I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, Hillary's in our downtown office, so I'm not sure why she's having internet problems. So anyway, last week, as you guys, if you watched the video, we went down to if you watched the show Yellowstone, we went down to Darby, toured that whole area, the Bitterroot Valley, toured the ranch. I'll let Hillary chime in, and since she was never been down there, and let you guys know what she thought.
Yes, I had never been down there, and it was very fun. It was, I'll be completely honest with all of you, I do not watch Yellowstone. I may be the only person in the world, definitely the only person in the state of Montana that doesn't. So I wasn't going in with any expectations, but it was very cool to see it. It was just not possible. Obviously, we're not the only people who have tried to do drive-bys because they've got it closed off. But it was fun. It's a really beautiful area down there. I was really excited to see Hamilton because we had just opened up a Glacier Sotheby's office and I had never been there. And on our way back, we stopped at, not really pertaining to Yellowstone or the episode, but there is a garden of 1,000 Buddhas that's a little bit outside of Missoula. And Uncle was nice enough to drive off and do a little pit stop so I could see it. And it was also very fun. So, yeah, it was a fun road trip. We were in the car for like 8 hours, but it was worth it.
Poor Hillary. Um, you were kind of breaking up again. Can you guys out in the crowd? Is she breaking up to you too, or is it just on my end? If you guys could say something in the comments about her audio, that would be helpful. Looks like we have a few people on here now. Yes. Please be more specific. Oh, I get yes.
I'm
Yes, there's a
okay.
problem. Or
I'm assuming that means I'm breaking up.
oh, she is breaking up. Yeah. All right. Well, then I guess I'll have to do most of the talking. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why.
Sorry.
We're doing a big remodeling job in our office downtown, and uh, maybe that has something to do with the internet there. I don't know, but you are not coming in closely. So, with that, I guess why don't we just jump right into the questions? If you guys have any questions about anything Montana, Hillary still has control. She can put those up on the screen, and I can answer. And um, so, yeah, if you guys have any questions, that would be great. Um, the Darby thing, Hillary talked about a little bit. I don't know what you guys heard, but we went down to Darby and checked out the whole Yellowstone Ranch area, what they did, or where they film it. We also stopped at it's called Garden of 1,000 Buddhas. It's in Arlee, just north of Missoula. Kind of a cool little unknown spot in Montana. So, all right, we got a question from Robert Cook. We are looking to move to Helena in the next Helena area next spring or within 30 minutes of there. Do you all work in Helena? We'll be looking for something. We have gone over there, but we do have an agent that we work with over there. So if you want to reach out and send us an email, Hillary, if you want to put our email and our info up, can you do that? It's on the banners uh, thing. There we go. So yeah, if anybody, a couple things here. If anybody wants a link to our MLS site, if you want to search and see what's available out here, go ahead and email us like right now, and we'll after the show we'll respond and get you set up with a link. Um, or if Robert asking about Helena, if you want to send us an email with your information. We can definitely reach out and get you set up with her, or we can help you, whatever works out best. So yeah, let's see, Janine, love Yellowstone. Yeah, it's a great show. Um, one of the things we tried to touch on is that, all the Hollywood magic, it makes it look like, that ranch is out in the middle of nowhere, right outside of Yellowstone Park, and it it really isn't. It's right along the highway. And so it's crazy how they do that. And then they all supposedly work in Billings, and or in Bozeman. And so then when they, in the show, they leave their office and go to the ranch, and it takes them 5 minutes, while it's really about a 4-hour drive from Billings to where that ranch really is. So again, the Hollywood magic. So if I move to Billings, will I get mobbed by swarms of meth heads? I, I doubt it. There's, there's bad people everywhere, but I think you'll be fine. In Billings, it's not that bad of a town. So let's see, anything else? Sorry again for the technical. Talk a little bit, Hillary. Maybe it's better.
Is it better?
Not. No, it's not great. Let's see. Missoula property taxes are pretty high. Property taxes south of Missoula are noticeably lower. Is it a get what you pay for situation? Actually, it's supposed to. Every county is different, a little bit different, but the taxes are based on the value of the house. So, yeah, I mean, if that's what you mean by get what you pay for, yes. If you have a $10 million house, your property taxes are going to be a lot higher than if you have a 1-bedroom, 800 square foot house on, a tenth of an acre. So that's how they base the taxes around here. Again, some of the counties are a little different, or towns. So, yeah, that's what I know about the property taxes. Let's see. All right. Well, if you guys are, if any of you are thinking about coming up here, we're happy to help. We have some people here this weekend that we are showing around a little bit. We're actually, Hillary and I are both going to be gone over Thanksgiving, but we do have other agents that can help you if you're here that week. But after that, we'll be around for the duration. So, yeah, if you guys want to meet up, we'd love to meet all you guys. And it's kind of fun to meet people that have watched us on video. So don't hesitate to contact us. Alice, how is the job market in Kalispell when moving there? It depends what you're looking for, Alice. If you're, service industry jobs, there's a million of them right now. If there's some tech companies, there's some gun companies there. There's I know everybody's looking for help. There's a big what do you call that, microchip company, and I saw that they're hiring a bunch of people. So depending on what kind of job you're looking for, it should not be a problem. Let's see, how's your weather? Well, today it was kind of crappy, cloudy and rainy, and couldn't see the mountains until this afternoon. But it's just kind of one of those gray, rainy days. We did have a little snow on the ground first thing this morning, but it melted right away. So we're right in that in between fall and winter right now, where you get a little snow and get a little of everything.
Can you hear me?
I can.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
can you hear
I
me?
was just gonna say, yes. At this time last year, I've just been looking through photos and stuff, and it's interesting because this time last year we definitely had full snow on the ground, and the ski resort opens in like 3 weeks, so we need a storm to come through. It's been kind of full snow yet, so we will see what happens.
I bet they got a lot last night up top. Did you check that?
They probably did. We just went for a walk with our dog and I couldn't really see up there, but that's a good point.
What else do we have here question wise? Let's see.
I just put one up.
What's the scoop on area home sales in the fall? The fall is usually our busiest time for closings because a lot of people want to get in here and before the snow flies. Usually it slows down a little bit between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we have a very low inventory right now. But there's still, I had someone call me today on a house and there's multiple offers. So there's still plenty of people trying to buy. It's just trying to, find something. So that's the issue we have right now. Let's see. My husband is an electrician, utility company. I believe they are. I don't want to get political, but I know that like Bonneville Power is tied into the federal government, and they had to do the vaccine mandate, and I know a bunch of guys left. So I know there are jobs with them, but I would call or email on tomorrow and find out. In this area, you have Flathead Electric Co-op or Bonneville Power are the two power companies in this area. So I would check that out. Do you think the cost of houses will come down at all? Saw a home south of Boulder sold for the mid threes, now they're asking mid sixes. Robert, I don't think the houses are going to come way down. I think it's going to level off. I think the rest of the country is going to slow down. And I think we're going to slow down. I think some of the country the prices will come back down, but in our area, a lot of people want to be here. We've been discovered. So I personally don't think that prices are going to come down. I think they're going to level off and, they may come down a little bit, but they're not going to be what they were before COVID. I'm afraid. Thoughts on Great Falls? I haven't spent a whole lot of time there. It's a nice area. It's very windy over there. A little more wide open than what we're used to. So, I don't know tons about Great Falls. The times I was there, we had fun. But it is definitely pretty windy over there. What's next? Now Hillary's totally frozen. Sorry about our technical difficulties today. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but we're doing the best we can. So if you guys have any more questions, please fire away. We're happy to help. Otherwise, we're going to have a very short video, unfortunately. Let's see, Luke, thanks for everything you do. Love the off the grid cabin video. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. I did that because mainly, I wanted to find out more about these off the grid properties. So I contacted the gal that owned that house and she allowed me to use your house for that video. So that was fun. That was in a beautiful spot too. So let's see. Do the properties generally come off the market during the winter? No. Some of them do. Like a lot of the lake homes come off the market during the winter, but for the most part, the properties, they stay on until they sell, and unfortunately, most of them sell pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, some people take them off in the winter because a lot of people, like on the lake homes, they take off in the winter and they go down south somewhere, and so they will take their houses off the market. But many of the houses in town, they don't come off the market in the winter. So let's see, what is the 2A community like in Montana? not sure what you're talking about. 2A. If you can, Hillary, are you still frozen? Yeah, she must not be able to hear us. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
You could
can
be more.
hear and see you just
All right, you're just freezing up.
fine.
Yeah, you are freezing up.
No, I can't.
No, it's not your fault, obviously. Anyway, let's see. Second Amendment. Sorry. Let's go back to that Second Amendment. Let's see. What did you ask? Oh, the Second Amendment community. You know, it's big. There's a lot of people here. A lot of people have guns. You know, guns are normal around here. You know, nobody has a problem with them. So I'm not sure what exactly you're asking. If there are a lot of guns or people that want guns or whatever, but yeah, it's not an issue around here. Um, most everyone has them and deals with them just fine. So if you have anything more specific, go ahead and ask. But yeah, that is what I know about the Second Amendment community. Let's see. Flathead area high schools. Glacier seems new. Yeah, in Flathead, well, in Kalispell, Glacier High School is the newer one. It's about 10 years old now, I think. I'm not sure exactly when they built that, but it's been a few years now. And it's very nice, new. And when they did that, a lot of people were transferring their kids to that one because the Flathead High School that was in Kalispell was the biggest school in the whole state. And it was kind of old. And, you know, once they built Glacier, then they went in and redid all of Flathead so they could, you know, keep up with the Joneses, I guess. So both of those are really nice in Kalispell. Whitefish just built a new high school or totally remodeled it about 5 years ago. Columbia Falls, that one is still a little older, but it's a good school. Big Fork is, you know, I think they've updated that a little bit as well. And that pretty much covers the high schools in this area. So, do apple trees, cherry trees grow well in Montana? I had some Washington State, same latitude. You know, along the lake, if you get on the east side of Flathead Lake, there's all kinds of cherry orchards. A lot of apple trees down there. We have apple trees up here in Whitefish. We have one in our yard, as a matter of fact, a couple of them, and they grow very well. And the bears love them. So they're getting their fall feed off of these trees in town. Cherry trees don't grow up this far north in this valley. But like I said, down along Flathead Lake, there's all kinds of cherry orchards, and you may have heard of the Flathead cherries. That's where they all come from. What else do we have? Can you talk about the Bozeman and Belgrade area? Well, Bozeman is kind of blowing up right now, as is Belgrade. It's getting the overflow from Bozeman. The joke around Montana is Bozeman is now known as Bosangeles because tons of California people have moved there, and the prices in Bozeman are now the highest in the state. And again, it's spreading to Belgrade just because everybody's trying to get over there, and it is definitely spreading out right now. So that's what I know about Bozeman. If you have anything else, let me know. Let's see. Lighthouse Apostolic Center in Columbia Falls. Are you familiar with that church? I am not. I'm not sure. There's a lot of churches in this valley, so I'm not familiar with that particular one. Sorry about that. Let's see if we have anything else. How pro small business is Montana? I've been looking to build a custom furniture business, been doing aerospace engineering my whole career, so doing the LLC thing would be new for me. There's a ton of small businesses in Montana, so I would say that we're pretty good. I would call I would call an accountant up here to talk about the different taxes and benefits you'll get for starting a business and what you'll be paying for corporate taxes and all of that. So yeah, that would be my suggestion there. Are school taxes included in property taxes? Yes. As far as I've not heard any differently. Yeah, they are. That's part of the taxes. Let's see. How is Montana for industrial properties? Is labor expensive? Is there a particular place that's ideal for manufacturing? Labor is not expensive. Particular place, I would say probably either Missoula or Bozeman or, and the reason I say that is because they're right on the interstate. So I would assume you want to be, if you're manufacturing, the closer you are to shipping lanes, the better. We're about 100 miles north of the interstate up here in the Flathead Valley. So not that we don't have manufacturing up here, but I guess if you're looking to start one, I would think you'd want to be by the interstate, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Our dial titles. I am not sure what you mean. I apologize for that. Let's see. It looks like we have a Bozeman fan in here. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys have anything else, we're kind of running to the end. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. And any of the people that have joined us recently, if you would like a link to our MLS site to search properties around here, Hillary will put up our email address and you can email us and we're happy to send that link out to you. If you want to send that, or if you want to check out the properties around here, we would be happy to help. What is the standard tax rate for property taxes, and do they reassess frequently, or do they tax the same after the property is purchased? They reassess every couple years, and they're trying to get on the ballot for next year a cap on that. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. I can't imagine anybody voting against that. So as long as they get that on the ballot, it sounds like we'll be capping the property taxes because, in the last 2 years, the values around here have gone crazy. So the property taxes are going to be a shock for some people here when they do the reassessment. So they're trying to get a handle on that and get that taken care of. But like I said, I'll keep you posted on that. So no property tax. You know what? I have never dealt with that, so I apologize. I'm not sure. I'd have to call the title company on that. I've never heard of anybody not paying that. I know that like veterans will get a deal or they'll get a cheaper rate. But that's all that I'm aware of. I have not had any in my 15 years of doing this. I have not had any in the any of those come up in my business. Let's see. What is the typical price per square foot for industrial in Bozeman? Luke, I can't answer that. I'm 6 hours away from Bozeman. I've dealt with some residential over there, but nothing industrial in Bozeman. But I could definitely, again, if you want to email, if Hillary wants to put our email up on the screen, email me your information. I can get you in touch with somebody that works in Bozeman, and we will be happy to take care of you. We have an office over there as well. I just don't keep up on that because I'm mainly here in the Northwest. Let's see. Steve, I'd say half the undeveloped properties in Northwest Montana that I look at are off-grid. I know that you've done a video on that. Do you have plans for more off-grid videos? Not really. I kind of covered most of what there is to talk about. I mean, I guess I could do another one, just telling you the things you're going to need. But, that house pretty much had everything out there. I guess the one thing I would say is the big issue with a lot of those off the grid properties is the access, especially in the winter, because part of the reason they're off grid is they can't get any utilities up to them in a cost effective way. So if you are looking at those type of properties, I would definitely, if you're serious about it, come up in the winter and see how hard it is to get to those properties. Because I've had a lot of people call asking about certain properties, and then I'll look on the map and, even with a 4-wheel drive, no one's plowing those roads. So getting to them in the winter may require a snowmobile or somebody digging out the road for you. So that would be my biggest tip for the off-grid. What else? And possibly the schools. The large C-Rod. Oh, without getting too political, what is the vaccine mandate up there? It's I heard, I just read this, and again, not to get political, but I just read that Biden tried to mandate businesses that were federal. I know in our state it's not. Our state law, our governor actually passed a law here that you can't discriminate against anybody, whether they had the vaccine or not. So obviously, because of that, you can't have a mandate. But any of the federal companies, they are, obviously tied to federal law. But on speaking about that, I did read an article today that a court just blocked that. So I'm guessing that's going to take a while before that becomes a thing as well. So that's what I know about that. But yeah, if you're a small business like here in the town we're in, you can do what you want. I have not heard anything different. So that's what I have on the vaccines. All right, if anybody has anything else, we're kind of getting down to the bottom again. Sorry that you guys couldn't hear from Hillary. I know you guys would rather hear from Hillary. But yeah, we're having technical difficulties. So another announcement too is, one more time, if you guys want a link to MLS, or if you just want a question answered privately, send us an email to that address. And then we normally have been doing these every 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks we are both going to be gone. So it'll be 3 weeks before the next one, and I don't know the date right now on that, but if you're looking for one in 2 weeks, we won't be around to do it. So that is the deal. There's one more. What about your hospitals? Austin, Texas hospitals are following the false federal mandates. You know what? I just saw that in the paper today that a court shot it down. So as with anything political or anything, law wise, it's not going to go real fast. So that's what I know about the mandates. So with that, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We will see you in 3 weeks. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties, and please reach out and email us, and we'd be happy to help you guys out. We'll see you in a few weeks.